Hello, Soul Tribe. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. Welcome to anyone who's new. My name is Kelly. I was sitting on my bed, just doing my thing, chilling, and Spirit kept nagging at me. I need you to get him to a collective. I need you to get him to a collective. Now I've been getting channeled messages here and there, and so I'm going to see what comes out in the cards, and then I will share some of the information that I've gotten. As I'm shuffling, I can share which, if you're watching the Daily Dish throughout the week, Monday through Friday, the last couple days, I got a message about first yellow, then the word light, and then guiding light, following the light. But there were other messages that came along with it. And some of those messages came through in the readings in the past couple days. So I'm going to see what comes out and see if there are any repeat energies and connective energies, and then I will share the rest of the message just to see, okay? All right. I'm going to do this one freestyle. I like to do the collectives freestyle. Monday through Friday is a little bit more structured, but when I do these kind of random calling readings from Spirit, I pretty much let Spirit let the cards come out. Whatever is, there you go. There's one already. We got the King of Swords. We definitely have some clear thinking to do and a decision to make. This one wants to come out. Put that one here. Thank you all for joining. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And comment down below if you would like. Definitely do consider joining the tribe if you haven't already, though. Would love to have you along. Oh! Well, spirits, and I'm just going to spill a whole bunch of cats on you here. All right. Got lots of cats. Got lots of cats. Okay. We'll stop there. King of Cups. Well, that's interesting. Because both the King of Swords and the King of Cups came in, and the Knight of Cups came in. I don't remember which days. I'm sorry. I'm getting tangled in the cord here. Let me fix the microphone. This is going to be hopefully fixed. I'm hoping this weekend sometime, but problems, I'm telling you. Let's focus on the King of Cups for right now, okay? And then we'll get into the bottom of the deck here. Well, let's do the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups, because then you have the Emperor. Yeah, there's some repeat energies here. It's so weird how these cards come back out. And when I shuffle the deck, I'll just show you, as if I was going to put it away. I take a card, put it in there, and then another stack of cards, I put another card. I separate them all, and it looks like a lot of them have come out again together. There are some specific energies that Spirit wants us to be aware of, possibly myself included. I'm included in the collective, just like anybody else. All right. Well, I'm just going to show you with how the cards. See how the Knight of Cups is. The King is looking at the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is not looking at the King. Some of us, I believe it was yesterday, that the King of Cups was our challenge. It was, I believe, Friday. Whatever day this is. This may be released on Sunday. So, we're not paying it. We're following our heart, but we're doing so in a way that we may be neglecting other things. We're not doing things in a constructive manner. Oh, we have the Knight of Pentacles too. Wow, it's like dueling energies here, and this is all masculine energy. King, King, Knight, Knight, and the Emperor, divine masculine over here. So for many of us, our masculine energy is present in what we are doing, but in the masculine energy is all about action, but it's also about decisions and intellect and logic. So I'll continue here, and then we'll get into that. I won't focus on this too long, but I'm hearing that many of us are trying to the last couple days, the last Thursday and Friday of the Daily Dish was all about trying to get ahead without really thinking about things and how that's affecting our movement forward. I don't get into all the details, but check those out if you haven't. I have a playlist on my channel, The Daily Dish Tarot, if you want to check that out. Let's get some more of the cards here and see what's going on here. See how the Knight of Cups is going towards the Emperor, and the Emperor is all about actions. And it's like, so the Knight of Cups isn't even paying attention to the King, who the King is very in touch with his emotions, but he's mature about it. He makes logical decisions. He knows what his heart wants. It doesn't matter what goes on around him. He doesn't let that alter. He doesn't get overly emotional. He keeps it at an even keel so he can make rational decisions. The Knight of Cups is just focusing on what the heart wants and not really thinking about it. And going straight towards the Emperor saying, well, I know I can do this. This is almost like being overconfident in a way. The Emperor's all about confidence and action, but it's like being overconfident that this is what my heart wants and I'm just going to go for it. And look what's after that. The Devil. We're letting that, excuse me, temptation, it's just basically the ego. It's like the ego is taking over. For a lot of us in the collective right now, this is I don't know about this energy. We do have, we just had a full moon not too long ago in Aquarius. And we may still be feeling some of that energy moving forward here. And we also have Venus in retrograde, and we also have Saturn in retrograde. Venus in retrograde with the moon, full moon, we're feeling a lot of emotions. Emotions are coming to the surface. And we may not be in the best frame of mind to be making any concrete decisions. And some of us are just moving ahead and just doing it. Doing it, as I say. Doing it. Usually doing it is a good thing. This time it's don't do it. So, and then with Saturn in retrograde, Saturn's all about structure, discipline, lessons, to be learned. And when it's in retrograde, it's not a bad thing, but some karmic lessons may be returning for us, so we can tie up some loose ends and learn those lessons so we can move forward. Some of them have been pushed aside. Maybe we didn't quite get it. And if, like I said, if you watch the last two, Thursday and Friday of the Daily Dish Tarot, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you've seen it, you'll know. If you haven't, check it out, whether you're subscribed or not. Do consider checking that out, because I'll give you some more information. Okay, so then we have the Four of Cups. So what I'm hearing here is by ignoring the King of Cups here, the Knight's going towards what they want. They're a little overconfident. Ego's getting in the way, bad energy, and then all of a sudden, things don't quite work out the way we want, and now we're in our pouty little temper tantrum-y mood where we're like, you know what? If I can't have what I want, I don't want anything at all. You may want to rethink that and have some better ideas about this. Okay, so let's put the King of Cups away for a moment. Now, the King of Swords, as I said, we have a decision to make. The King of Swords thinks no emotions are involved at all. Concise, clear, this is what needs to be done. This is the decision I've made. I can see there's nothing clouding his mind. There are clouds behind him, but that is not affecting him. We'll get to this in a minute. We're going to skip to the Knight of Pentacles. The King of Swords is saying, I've made a decision, and we need to take this slow and steady so we don't make mistakes. Okay. So the card that came face down, indecision. Some of us are at a crossroads here. Some of us just don't want to have to take the time to sit and think about it. We just want to do it. Again, do it. I think some of you are feeling an energy of you're moving forward, but it's like something's telling you that you shouldn't step forward first, but you're going to do it anyways. Because you're poo-pooing your internal voice away. Be careful that the masculine energy isn't clouding your internal voice. Let's see what are the cards we have here. There's the Empress. You have the Empress and the Emperor under here. So the Empress is down here with the Knight of Swords, with the Five of Swords, to the Star, to the Eight of Cups, to the, wow, Eight of Swords, to the Nine of Swords. For God's sakes. You know, I'm going to tell you straight off with all these swords here, and I'll go through these cards one by one, but this time, it's interesting how the last couple days has been about maybe the emotions and passions were directing you in the wrong direction. Here's the guiding light, by the way, the Star card. And I think I will touch on the rest of the message just so, because I think it may connect here. You're so caught, some of us are so caught in our thoughts, in our head, and what we want to do, that it's all we can think about, and we're just, it's thinking about it, but our thoughts are so jumbled and so inconcise that we're not thinking clearly. I don't know if that makes any sense. We're caught in our head here. We're in a prison of, it's indecision. It really is indecision. There's just a lot of haphazard energy. If you take away the King of Swords, the Two of Swords is a little calmer. But if you come down here, you've got the Knight of Swords, the Five of Swords, you're caught in your head in the Eight of Swords, and the Nine of Swords right after that. The 8 to the 9 is the Ace of Swords. You need to have some clarity here. Collective, some of us need to have some clarity. Let's start with the Empress here. So the Empress is fully aware of her emotions. Feminine energy only. No gender in tarot. So it doesn't matter what I almost said what race, what gender you are. I don't know why race came into it. What gender you are. Feminine, masculine energy only, regardless of gender. Just so that's clear for some people. You want to give birth to this new life. You're wanting it so bad. Maybe it's a long time coming. You've been wanting this for so long that you just don't want to have to now plan it out, to really think about it in a prolonged, concise way. You just have an idea of what you want and you just want to go for it. This came in the readings in the past of this week too. I don't remember which days now. I think it might have been the earlier part of the Daily Dish. So this whole week has been about trying to rush forward before it's ready to be, before you're ready. Everybody, it's different for everybody. So collective, keep that in mind. This is a general read. I don't know if I said that. It's not going to resonate for all of you. But even if parts of it do resonate, or maybe some of it doesn't resonate, but it will resonate. So I do recommend watching videos all the way to the end. I always do, whether it's mine or anybody else's. And if you don't have time, like I was watching a video yesterday, and I want to watch one of his videos later on. I want to do my reading first. I don't like to watch videos and then do readings. I don't want anything that anyone says influence the energies I'm getting. And so, and this is not related to the reading at all. So, I paused it yesterday. I watched it in about like 4 different... I watched it, but my internet's so bad here. I watch it on my phone, and it buffers so often that, you know, yeah, a 15-minute video can take an hour because it buffers so long. So, it's waiting for... The Empress knows that everything happens when it's meant to happen. This is my whole point in all this without getting too wordy. The Empress knows that by being patient and waiting, she's very in touch with her emotions. She knows this is something that she wants, but she also has the wherewithal with the knowledge and the wisdom and experience to know that there's no point in trying to rush it forward because that's just going to screw it all up. That's going to screw the energy up. That's going to make our goals and our we're going to get to a certain destination. It's going to delay it. It's going to hinder it in many ways. The Empress knows that what we desire will come when it's meant to come to us. That's the Empress energy. And the King of Swords, although he doesn't pay attention to emotion, he's a very logical, like I said, clear thinking, intelligent energy, he also knows that it doesn't take him necessarily a long time to make a decision, but he does know that by clear thinking and thinking things out and coming to a decision, that when the King of Swords comes out in a reading, it's basically saying that you may have done some thinking about something, but it's time for a decision. And then it's time to slowly but surely move forward. That's my point up there. Up here, with the Empress, it's balancing out your emotions and that desire to move forward. Sometimes our emotions can get the best of us. I don't know why I am so congesty. I hope I'm not getting sick because I had a scratchy throat the last couple of days, but it could be allergies, but nah. Okay. I refuse to get sick. Knight of Swords and the Five of Swords. This is where my concern is here. This is concerning too, but this right here, I suggest for anybody, if this is resonating, if you're trying to go too fast and something has happened. So in Friday's reading, I believe it was Friday's, was the Knight of Swords and the Tower card. And the title of that, if I recall correctly, one of them was, I think it was Friday's, claiming victory, celebrating your victory before you've even run the race. Thursday's energy was trying to deceive and thinking that you can skip some steps and get ahead, like zooming in front of everybody to get to the front of the line, when the universe knows exactly what you're doing. You can't hide that. You may be able to hide it from mortals on Earth. Maybe some people aren't as perceptive, and you think you can sneak to the front or skip some steps. Oh, no. And the universe is going to say, oh, really? Well, then we're going to make you go to the back of the line, and now, the very back of the line. You have a lot more lessons to learn before you can get back up to that front. And it's going to be another huge delay for you, for those who are trying to rush. So what I'm hearing is this card right here, is thinking that you've won the battle, you've won the race without even running the race. You just try to zip around it without even participating in the race. Other people are doing it and you're cheating and trying to get ahead. Now, I'm not saying all of you, but for some of you, you may be trying to rush this ahead, and it's going to be disastrous. This Knight of Swords and this Five of Swords is you're not having an emotional maturity. This is to me like, I used to babysit a kid. I have a nephew too. He's older now, but when he was young, the kid I babysat, it was Candyland, for God's sakes. I think both games were Candyland, honestly, between both of them. And this one kid was a little bit older. At least my nephew was only like 7. This kid was like 10 or something. Yeah, he liked playing Candyland. Yeah. But anyways, because I was the babysitter, I indulged, I played. And he cheated. He would cheat. He didn't want to lose. It was like, okay, 10 years old. All right. My nephew, though, was abused, though, so he had a rough life, and he had a hard time with failure in general. So if he wasn't winning, if he didn't understand something in school like math, he had a very hard time. He'd get very frustrated. But with the game, he would just flip the game up. He just flipped the game up because it's like, I know I'm not winning. I'm not going to win, so I'm just not going to play. I'm going to ruin it for everybody. Okay, he was 7. He was still young. But we're adults. Most of us, I think, are adults, at least over 18, where we know that cheating, so you may be able to get away from it, get away with it. It's possible. On Earth, in the 3rd dimension. But the universe knows. And karma is going to come back around. So if you're trying to skip steps and get ahead, you're not following the guiding light. And so I'll get to the channeled message I got beside yellow light, guiding light. Those were the first 3 things. And then as I sat there, I got the message later. It wasn't even the same time. It was later on. It was a flash, like a flashlight. If you go blindly in the dark, you put your flashlight in your pocket, you're like, I'm good. I have my flashlight. I don't care. I'm just going to go in the dark. Instead of waiting till it gets light so you can see what's going on, you shove the flashlight in your pocket, you walk forward, and, oh, crap, I can't see, and you go to turn it on. Well, first of all, if you don't turn it on, you're not going to see any light. Number 2, if there are no batteries in it, you're screwed. can't see. It's not going to work. Or maybe the batteries have died. Do you see what I'm saying? You didn't prepare yourself for this trek in the dark. You didn't check to see if the flashlight worked, if there were batteries in it. Okay, batteries are in it. Are the batteries dead? Do they work? And you didn't prepare. And now you're wandering around in the dark, getting lost because you don't know where the F you are. And you just decided to step and go out and just go. Well, that's the point here with the star. This is a wish come true card. You can have a wish come true. You can win the race. You can have that thing in your life that you want if you wait and let the universe guide you. We're mortal. We don't know better. Our egos get in the way. And we all have our moments where we think we know better, and the universe is going to slap us right in the face and say, oh, you don't know jack shit. You just don't know jack shit. I mean, if you're going to be blunt about it. I'm sure the universe may not say it that way, but... All right, so moving on to the Eight of Cups here. It's like you've ignored the light, and if you ignore even your like I said, the gut feeling with the Empress. The Empress is very in tune with their internal self. That's what the feminine energy is all about, the internal self, whereas the masculine is the external. And focusing on the internal. Too busy trying to win the race or get ahead. Too busy. Bypassing the Empress, bypassing the star. And now you may get to the point where you think, ha, I fooled them all. I won. Ugh. And then the universe is going to say, did you really? Did you look inside those cups? Yeah, this card's saying that you looked in those cups and went, well, mother effer. This isn't what I wanted. So you may get yourself into a point where you're overthinking things, or you're going to come to the realization. I don't even know how to do this. I'm trying to get them all up here. I don't really want the Empress up there because, in my opinion, let's do this. Because this is a whole different energy. You see all the swords here and the disappointment, the emotional disappointment. This is the Empress and the Star. This is the King of Swords saying, this is what we need to do. I'm just going to clarify a little bit. Oh dear. Check those videos out. So before you go on that trip in the dark, you might want to check the batteries in the flashlight. It'd be wise to just wait till the sun comes up, because then you'll be able to see. Now, in the night sky, you may have a guiding light, depending, if there are any stars out. But you're taking a chance. Metaphorically, it's just best to take it step by step. So you don't run into any of these problems. Oh, what am I doing? That's different. All right, let's see. La, 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 la. Let's... Fuchi, I'm wearing this shirt, and so you don't see my bat wings, see my flabby arms. Hello, Lisa, by the way, if you're watching. I have a tank top on, and it's hot here, and I threw this on. I always throw this on before I do the videos now, because my legs, my arms are flabby. Yeah, well, my legs are flabby too, but if my legs were up here on the table, we got problems. That means I've fallen backwards in the chair, and I might be injured. I'm sorry. I'm trying to decide if I want to do the King of Swords or the Two of Swords. Let's do the King of Swords here. Because I'm thinking maybe there's a specific decision that we all need to make. Five of Wands. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of dark on my end. I hope it's not. I think I have the light down on the laptop, though. Can you see that? Five of Wands. Yeah, I hear that the Empress and internally, and the Empress and the Emperor are inside of you. Your masculine and your feminine are fighting inside of you. And the King of Swords is finally like the peacekeeper saying, listen here. Stop fighting. Make a decision. Come to a conclusion. And the King of Swords is not as bitchy and mean as the Queen of Swords, but the King of Swords is very stern. The King of Swords doesn't want any BS. The King of Swords wants you all to come to a decision. This is almost like the Justice card, in my opinion, where the King is the judge, and, the judge may be patient, waiting for someone to come to a decision, but at some point, you don't want to go on forever, because you don't want to rush a decision, but you don't want to lag either. If you want to move forward, and apparently it was important for some of you if you were trying to rush and skip steps, kind of like people who rush in driving. I'm thinking, and if you get into an accident, you're not getting anywhere. You're going to the hospital. You're not going where you were planning to go, if you survive. But the Five of Wands is, this is petty. I see this as petty battles. Let's see what the Two of, what's on the bottom of the deck, first of all. Then I'll get the Two of Swords. The High Priestess. There's the intuition again. It's almost as if, in the Two of Cups, there's your masculine and feminine, need to be in harmony. There's the Two of Swords again, for God's sakes. So, the King of Swords is saying, sitting the divine feminine, divine masculine down, saying, you both tell me what you've decided. And then we're going to come to some mutual conclusion between the two of you. What does your heart want? What does your intuition say? What does your gut say? Oh, okay, so this is what you want. All right, then. Now, we're going to go to the masculine side. Masculine. What actions can we take? What decision have we made? And what actions can we take? We're going to combine the two. So we're not sitting here twiddling our thumbs, or we're not running ahead blindly. And the High Priestess is saying, my dear collective, I'm not going to reveal anything to you before you're ready. So you better damn well make some sort of choice. You better come into partnership with yourself and make a decision. Stop pretending you don't see it, because you do. Let's see. Let's do... maybe the Knight of Pentacles is you're taking too long to make a decision. I mean, you're going forward, but you haven't really made a wise decision, should I say. Let's do the Knight of Swords and the Five of Swords. Ay. Okay, not that many. I knew that was going to fall. That was the Page of Pentacles. That was a lot. That was a good, probably over 10 cards there. Okay, this one didn't want to go back in. So this is a turning point for many of us here in the collective. This is some sort of valuable lesson. We've come to a point where we want to get on this Ferris wheel of life. We want to take that ride. But you know how damn slow a Ferris wheel goes. You're not going to make that ride go any faster. So you get on the Ferris wheel. You're like, come on, let's go. Or sometimes you get up to the top and it stops there. The Ferris wheel goes pretty slow. But don't worry. It's going to come around. You're going to go get on that ride. Then you can get off and go on another one, or you can go on the same one if you want. But the Wheel of Fortune is basically saying, as I said, what comes around goes around. You put that energy out there where you want to try to cheat and skip steps. And it's not going to work. The Wheel of Fortune is saying that there are changes in life that we have. There are lessons to be learned. That when you try to skip the lessons, you don't get to move forward. If you skip lessons in school, if you don't pass or you don't even do them, you're not going to pass the class. You're not going to graduate. You're going to be held back, because that's the way it goes. And that's the way it goes in the universe. If you don't learn the lessons, especially with Saturn in retrograde, there may be some past lessons coming up. These are karmic lessons that the universe has put in front of you. And for some of you, not all of us now in the collective, but for some of us, we are not taking the time to really think about it in a mature way, emotionally and intellectually, and we're still in this night energy where we just want to go and I just want to go. Well, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to work. You want this? It's 11:11. This is everything's in alignment. There's that King of Swords. The King of Swords is saying, this is not going to happen for you. If you don't get your life in alignment between your masculine and your feminine, it's just not going to happen. I'm going to quickly do... What do I want to do? The Empress and the Star? Let's do the Empress and the Star right now. The Empress and the Star here. Maybe give us an idea. Ah, yes. Three of Pentacles. The universe is telling you. Go back to the drawing board. To go back to the drawing board. Collective, for some of you. It's like trying to build the structure in the building without the blueprints. You're just kind of doing it haphazardly. I'm just going to use some nails here, some screws here, maybe some Elmer's glue. Well, that's going to work great. And that's what some of us are doing. And if we're being honest with ourselves in the collective, some of us are going to say, all right, okay, yeah. You have to actually make the plans on how to construct this in the best possible way. Excuse me. Because if you try to build something, it's going to fall apart. You can move ahead, but it's going to fall apart. Why waste your time? So what the Empress and the Star is saying, this wish that you have, for some of you, you may need to heal from something first. There may be something in your life that you need to heal from that you're not paying attention to. And the Empress is saying you need to nurture yourself and nurture your dream, nurture your goal, nurture this, and I mean very delicately as if it was a baby. But it's only going to grow when it's meant to grow and blossom. All right, so sit down and figure this a different way of doing this. Instead of pushing forward, sort of make some plans. The Seven of Wands. Stand your ground. I'm not saying to give up on this dream. All right, let's do the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Wands. No, the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Wands. There's something that you've had to leave behind. I'm not sure. This came out kind of sideways-ish. The Six of Cups. So there's something in your past that you're not willing to let go of here. You need to walk away from past behavior. It came out sideways. Not in reverse and not upright. You may be having nightmares about this. What's on the bottom of the deck? This is kind of... There's the Four of Wands again. What's underneath that again? Well, that's just weird. The King of Swords is still there. We need to make some sort of concise decision here. But it has to be with emotional maturity and intellectual maturity. And with the Knight of Swords here, still here, some of us just are not getting it. We're not getting it that we have... we're missing steps. We're skipping steps and thinking we've won the race before we've even completed the race. You may be halfway through. This is the halfway point, the Wheel of Fortune. We're not there yet. It's a good turning point. You may be in the race right now, but you're thinking, if I take this path and go around and I can surpass all these people, doing it, cheating. If you cheat, the universe is going to know. I'm just going to say that. If you cheat, the universe is going to know, and you'll be disqualified. That's pretty much it. You cheat, universe knows, you're disqualified. Collective, that's what I have for you right now. I hope this was helpful. We may touch on this again, depending on if I get more channel messages or if Spirit says, get your arse up, dear. It's time to do a reading. But I hope this was helpful. Do remember to subscribe and smash that like button and share if you'd like and comment down below. Well, I hope to see you again. Daily Dish, Monday through Friday. Sometimes I do Friday night midnight musings for anybody who's a night owl or someone on the other side of the earth. Sometimes I just throw it and just upload it at midnight. It's called Night Vibes. But I call it Midnight Musings, things to think about in the middle of the night. Yes, I did a full moon reading if you're interested in that. Some very good messages in there also. Check it out. So if you're not subscribed, do consider subscribing, joining the tribe. Love you all. I'm going to let you go. Peace out.